everyone. I'm here to share with you my story when I start learning English. As you can see, it's obvious, English language is not my native language, but I will share with you how I learned it. In 2008, at the end of 2008 and the beginning of 2009, I think in December, I went to New Zealand and I had zero English. I only knew if someone asked me, "What's your name?" My name is Hussein, and that's it. If someone asks me another question, I'll be no, I don't understand. I studied English in a private English school, and I struggle memorizing all the terminology, the vocabulary, and every week they gave us list of terms and new words to memorize. From 20 to 25 words you have to memorize. I did memorize them, but the next week I forgot almost 75% of them, which I just remember only 5, or I use only 5 in my daily life. So I went to my teacher and asked him, what's wrong? I need to fix this. It's not helping. It's kind of, meaningless if I memorize hundreds of words and I forget them in just the next 2 weeks or 3 weeks. So what I did is I kept listening all the time to English. Listening to anything, TikTok, movie, just listen to the language all the time. And if you want to speak well, listen. And if you want to write, read. That's the basic formula. If you want to learn any language, English, French, Spanish, German, any language, you need to live the language. You don't just learn it like you learn math or physics or chemistry. You need to live. If you want to learn Spanish, go Spain, go any Espanol country. I don't know if that's the proper way to say it or the right way to say it or not, I'm not sure. But go and live in a country where they speak that language which you want to learn. That's how it's automatically you learn. Your subconscious mind, it will function without you realizing that. That's what happened to me when I learned the language. I stayed in New Zealand for 8 months with a New Zealander family, so I speak English 24/7. And then I moved to Toronto. Toronto is multicultural. You meet people from Japan, from Asia in general, Japan, China, South Korea. You meet people from Europe, South America. That's the advantage of being in a big city. And so I spent all my time with international students practicing practicing English language. And I stayed with Canadian family, which means I practice English 24/7 until I dreamed in English. So that's my advice to anyone who wants to learn any language. So English is my second language. If you want to learn Spanish, live the language. That's the message here, is to live the language you want to speak or you want to learn. Don't just practice by hand, memorizing each word. And also, don't just memorize individual words. Like, for example, let's say the word marvelous. Don't just marvelous, write it 10 times or 20 times, the typical way of memorizing. That's not always gonna help. Maybe it's gonna help with some people, but some people like me, I just forgot. What I did is put it in a phrase. It's a marvelous weather today, and I just repeated in my head with the whole phrase. And that's how I start learning English. Hi. And that's the message here, is to live the language and don't memorize individual words. Memorize the whole phrases. Thank you for listening, and please subscribe. And all my videos gonna be about success and traveling. Thank you.